is important because somebody has to run the sport, and so you've got to generate good vibes for the officials that are working around the kids. So it's important that the athletes are appreciative of the officials, that they thank them, that they don't abuse them, and not only that they understand the work that the volunteers put into local weekend comps, the work that their state association puts in to get them, to nationals and all kitted out. That just everyone, they need to learn to respect everyone for the job that they do and the effort that they put in, whether they're volunteers or paid. And we're still fairly reliant on volunteers. Here on the Gold Coast, we run more competitions than any other track in this country because we run a winter season, and we have quite a few paid staff, and that's getting really tough to keep doing that. So we need to garner more volunteers and hopefully attract some of the parents of some of these kids.
Don't burn your bridges to start with. Try and make friends with as many people as possible in those areas and identify, I guess, who are the key people and try and deal with those. And obviously you can't take it all, there's got to be some give and take. So if you want something, then you perhaps need to be looking at doing things in return as well. We've got a fairly good club situation here, and there's a lot of support there, and at the same time I'm always giving back. If they need people to officiate at times, I'll try and get in there and do that sort of thing as well. There's also a lot of areas where funding is available in some cases through, perhaps it's the Track and Field Coaches Association to run sort of conferences or whatever, smaller conferences here in Queensland, bring groups together, groups of people, so you can sort of access funding along those lines. So I guess it's a case of being very proactive. It's not going to come to you. You've got to go out and chase it. Just like if you were looking for sponsorship for athletes or whatever, you can't just sit back. It's not going to come. You've got to go out and chase it, and you've got to put together a good product. And if you put together the product, then the funding or whatever you're looking for will tend to happen.
Also with officials, I'm now attracting athletes from overseas as well to come and train with me. I've had a New Zealand girl training with me for hurdles. She got third at the Commonwealth Games in the same race as Sally. And so you're dealing with international sporting organisations as well. And now I've got 2 young Indian athletes come out here initially for 6 weeks, but they're liking it so much they're looking at staying for a few months. So trying to deal with their sponsors over in India, a very big company is bankrolling them to come out here, and their national association. So it's time consuming and it gets very difficult with language barriers and stuff, but yeah.